dear students. Welcome to the program. The topic chosen for the program is National University of Educational Planning and Administration, NUEPA. The objectives set for the lecture are to know about the historical background of NUEPA, to know about the organizational setup of NUEPA, to know about the role played by NUEPA in secondary education system. Dear students, secondary education takes place after primary and may be followed by higher education or vocational training. In some countries, only primary or basic education is compulsory, but secondary education is included in compulsory education in most countries, including India. Secondary education is informally regarded as the education children receive during their teenage years, although the average ages of entrance and exit vary considerably among various nations. Usually, lower secondary education is considered to generally target 11 to 15 years old children and upper secondary education to target 15 to 19 years old. In recent years, investment in education for all programs have led to substantial expansion of the elementary education subsector. Besides improvement in schooling infrastructure, intakes at the primary and upper primary level have gone up visibly. This trend is likely to continue for the next several years. At the same time, India's impressive sustained economic growth has increased household and labor market demands for secondary and higher education, as per World Bank 2009. Secondary education's contribution to economic growth demonstrated high social benefits, and support of democratic citizenship calls for increasing public investment at this level, particularly in view of the large inequalities in access to secondary education by income, gender, social group, and region. The challenge is to substantially improve access, equity, and quality of secondary schooling simultaneously. Currently, the role of the state should be to universalize opportunity so as to facilitate all children to attend secondary school rather than to universalize access, such as World Bank 2009. Increasing the supply of effective teachers is also a major issue. Government has an important role to play in ensuring equity to access in secondary education. The National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, NUEPA, now called the National University of Educational Planning and Administration, NUEPA, is fully involved in the capacity building and research in planning and management of education, not only in India but also in South Asia. Now, dear students, let's have a look over the historical background of NUEPA. Situated in New Delhi, India's capital, NUEPA encompasses a 3.75-acre campus of Sri Aurobindo Marg in the southwest part of St. Birth of NUEPA, which was earlier known as NIPA, National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, is associated with the UNESCO's Regional Center for Educational Planners and Administration, started in 1960-62, for taking care of educational needs of South Asia. The organization was renamed as Asian Institute of Educational Planning and Administration in 1965. It was in 1970 that the institute was taken over by Government of India from UNESCO and was renamed as National Staff College for Educational Planner and Administrators. The institute with the present name was rechristened in 1979. The NUEPA, as an autonomous organization, emphasizes on planning, management, and capacity building in educational policy through research, training, consultancy, and dissemination. International organizations like World Bank, UNESCO, COL, etc. also take assistance from NUEPA on several issues. For enormous contribution made by it in the field of education, it was awarded with the status of deemed to be university in August 2006. Dear students, before going for what role it performs, let's have a look over the organizational setup of NUEPA. NUEPA is organized in 8 academic departments and 1 administrative unit, with Vice Chancellor as the Chief Executive. NUEPA Governing Council is headed by Honorable Minister of Human Resource Development. It has a Board of Management, Academic Council, and Board of Studies, comprising eminent educationists to guide its programs and activities. The various departments through which the university functions are: number 1 is Department of Educational Planning. The Department of Educational Planning is one of the fundamental divisions of NUEPA. With the shift of emphasis from centralized to decentralized planning, the main effort of the department is on the integration of input, process, and products of planning at institutional, district, state, and national levels. In recent years, with the increasing emphasis on education as a means of reducing poverty and promoting sustainable development, the department considers the expanded scope of educational planning not only to cover the institutionalization of strategic planning at the macro level, but also promoting decentralization and use of local level planning techniques such as school mapping, micro-planning, and school improvement planning for improving quality of investment in education. The second department is Department of Educational Administration. The Department of Educational Administration is actively engaged in research, teaching, training, and consultancy on various dimensions of educational administration and management. The department attempts to respond to the emerging needs and challenges of educational administration. It strives to prepare the educational administration to accept the challenge and turn them into opportunities through its research, inputs, and capacity building programs. Third one is the Department of Educational Finance. The twin objectives of the department are to conduct and promote serious research on economic and financial aspects of education at national, subnational, and global levels, and to build knowledge and skill, capacity of manpower involved in financial planning and management in education sector in India and other developing countries. In the context of educational policy, planning and administration, finances form an important issue. Department of Educational Finance focuses its activities on research, teaching, training, and consultancy around policy, planning, and development issues related to public and private financing of education, including specifically mobilization of governmental and private resources, allocation of the resources, and utilization of resources at all levels of education, from primary to higher, and estimation of the resource requirements. Fourth one is Department of Educational Policy. The Department of Educational Policy is committed to the study of educational policy and to keep abreast of the direction in which the educational system has progressed on various issues related to policies. It also aims at developing a core understanding of policy making in Indian context. The department stimulates discussions on policy issues to generate knowledge base for use by policymakers, practitioners, and other stakeholders in the educational arena. Fifth one is Department of School and Non-Formal Education. The Department of School and Non-Formal Education focuses on critical issues relating to school education, non-formal and adult literacy within the broad rights-based and inclusive framework. Being a core department of the university, its professional contribution in the past in the formulation of the National Policy on Education 1986, the Program of Action 1992 and Right to Education Act 2009 has been substantive. Organization of Diploma in Educational Planning and Administration, a flagship program of the university for over 3 decades, has been another significant function of the department. Number 6 is Department of Higher and Professional Education. The department over the last 25 years has been constantly providing research support and policy advice to the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. The department conducted studies and seminars relating to various dimensions of internationalization in higher education. The department has been supporting the process of finalization of different 5-year plans for higher education and has been constantly working with the University Grants Commission of India in holding seminars and conferences of experts, vice chancellors, deans and registrars of the universities, directors of the academic staff college and college principals. Number 7 is a Department of Training and Capacity Building in Education. In line with the importance and potential represented by the activities of training and capacity building, NUEPA has embarked upon creating a specialized department of training and capacity building in education. Creation of this department has added an impetus to the activities of NUEPA, more particularly in the light of the importance it places on training and capacity building programs for the benefit of educational planners and administrators of the country as well as the countries that are entering into the path of development. Number 8 is Department of Educational Management, Information Systems. The Department of Educational Management, Information System aims to undertake research, capacity building activities and provide technical advice to strengthen the database and management information system MIS on education in India and across different countries of the world. The department has been playing an important role in strengthening management information system and database on elementary education in India. Recently, the department has taken the responsibility of strengthening management information system on secondary education. The department manages the Unified District Information System of Education, UDISE, with support from the Ministry of Human Resource Development and United Nations Children's Fund. Now, dear students, we'll have to understand the role that NUEPA plays. Some of the major functions performed by NUEPA are: number 1, to organize pre-service and in-service training, conferences, workshops, meetings, seminars and briefing sessions for senior educational officers of the central, state, government and union territories. Number 2, to organize orientation programs, seminars and group discussions for top-level persons, including legislators in the field of educational planning and administration at policy-making level in central and state governments. Number 3, to undertake, aid, promote and coordinate research in various aspects of educational planning and administration. Number 4 is to provide on-request consultancy services to governments, including state governments, educational institutions and institutions or organizations in India and abroad. Number 5 is to act as clearinghouse of ideas and information in research, training and extension in educational planning and administration services and their programs. Number 6, NUEPA extends its support to the State Institutes of Education (SIEs) in organizing orientation for supervisory and administrative staff. Number 7th, to offer MPhil, PhD and postdoctoral programs and award degrees in the areas like educational planning and educational administration, etc. Number 8 is to prepare, print and publish papers, periodicals and books in furtherance of these objectives, and especially to bring out a journal on educational planning and administration. Ninth one is to collaborate with other agencies, institutions and organizations, including the University Grants Commission, the universities, institutes of management and administration, and other allied institutions in India and abroad, in such a way as may be considered necessary for the promotion of these objectives. Number 10th is to offer fellowships, scholarships and academic awards in furtherance of the objects of the National University. Number 11 is to confer honorary fellowships on eminent educationists of their contribution in the field of educational planning and administration. And lastly, to do or perform all such other acts, functions and things as may be deemed necessary, desirable or incidental by the National University in furtherance of its objectives. So dear students, we may conclude that NUEPA is a learning organization striving to achieve excellence in teaching and learning, imparted through its professional development programs. As a part of its professional development activities, NUEPA conducts annually about 50 capacity building programs. On an average, every year about 1,500 senior planners and administrators participate in these programs. Over the years, NUEPA has emerged as a leading center of research and education. The research explorations of the faculty and scholars cover a wide range of areas. The areas identified for research are based on national priorities and concerns, with the attempt made to generate empirical information directly from the field. Dear students, I hope you have understood what role of NUEPA is in secondary education. I hope you enjoyed the program. Thanks for watching.